Welcome back to the Mobility Project. I just spent 26 hours basically traveling back from Copenhagen. I sit down on the couch, hanging out with my wife. She's like, your ankles look like cankles. And they do. They look a little bit swollen. So I've got my compression socks on. Tomorrow I got to get some hard training. I'm heading for Chicago on Friday. Can jump back on an airplane. I got to do some hard training tomorrow. So I'm going to think about what did I do today. I had to sit in a cramped position with kind of two big issues. One was being tight at the hip. The other was being kind of bent at the knee. So what I'm going to do is think about ungluing myself and doing a stretch. So I'm going to hit two of the three things. I'm not worried about the joint today. I'm going to worry about kind of recovering tissue, sliding surface, and I'm going to worry about just kind of length of the musculature. So first one with the hamstring sitting in this position is tonight and tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and have you guys collect several minutes, so let's go a minute or two, of just trying to create some sliding by putting that ball underneath the hamstring in this kind of interface and just try to unglue yourself. It's like thinking about doing a dynamic leg swing, but tack on the ball and stretch. So just pull through. When you find something that feels ugly, doesn't feel like it's sliding, hang out there. You can really start to weight that thing in and swing. And so let's go ahead and camp a minute left and right on that side. Let's go ahead and get you on your back. Let's go bend the knee to chest. And then keep that tension. So you can do this with a band if you want, if you don't have a band. And then I'm just going to go ahead and really work on my contract, relax in these positions. Because I've been sitting and I'm short. So I'm going to start with the position where I've been hanging out. And I'm probably frozen, which is this bent knee where I load the hip, apply the tensioner. This is kind of my deadlifting position. And so I'm going to start here and contract, relax for 2 minutes. I'm going to switch sides, load the hip first, then apply the tensioner. That brings it really down in kind of the big head of the musculature. And then I'm going to go ahead and go straight. I'm going to get loaded first here, and then rock back. And let's go ahead and hang out and really hit this long stuff. And if that's too much for you, go ahead and leave a slight bend in the knee and press out. Kind of touch the end range, but I've got to be camping out end range the whole time. Ugh, cankles. All right, so kind of two things for the hams. One is just unglue sliding surfaces. The other one is just to hit a hamstring stretch, which is really a hamstring stretch. It's a hip flexion like extension stretch. The second thing we're going to do then is going to spend the rest of the balance of kind of 6 minutes or so ungluing the quads, ungluing this anterior hip. This really gets stuck down. If you think about sitting, it's really this lateral piece in this flexor WOD that takes the abuse. So let's wind up from the side. You can be on your balls, you can be on a foam roller, whatever works. Go ahead and hit that kind of lateral part of your hip, and then go ahead and roll over and hunt in those tissues. When you feel like you've got something nailed and it's ugly, you can pump that leg back and forth. The key is to just get some work done. Don't worry about the trigger point business, but I want you to try to see if you can touch the whole leg. So really just work on pancaking those fibers. And then your favorite and mine. Time to go back and make a couch stretch time. So hip to the corner, press that up, and then what we're going to do today is bias this into the outside. So I'm going to really press to the outside corner and hang out. It's almost like I'm going to hang out on this lateral flexor WOD, maybe kind of bias the outside of the hip in towards that IT band region, but what I'm really doing is bringing that knee more closer to midline. And this would look like, if you're a physical therapist, Ober's test. But in this case, I'm in extension, I'm bringing that knee back towards midline, which is adduction, adduction, so I'm in flexion, adduction. And this would almost be internal rotation, like this would help me in my jerk position. So I'm just going to open this up and camp out here, okay? So we've got kind of a sliding surface issue, a flexion issue, or a muscle issue, and let's get both of those things, and let's see if I can go PR tomorrow. I'm sure it's going to be a great workout. See you tomorrow.